A long time ago, there was a prophet named Elijah, and he lived in Israel. Who is a prophet? A prophet receives a special message from God to share with God's people. Israel was ruled by King Ahab. One day, the wife of the king, Queen Jezebel, got angry with the prophet Elijah and she wanted to kill him. We know that a king and queen are very powerful people in the country. Jezebel didn't want to believe what Elijah said about God. So Elijah was very scared and he ran away from the city. He traveled for one day into the desert. By now, Elijah had traveled a long, long distance. He came to a small bush. He sat down under it and he prayed that he would die. Lord, I have had enough. Take my life. I am sad. I am upset. Just kill me, Lord. Elijah said like this. After a while, he was so tired that he slept under a tree. While Elijah was sleeping, God sent an angel to care for him. The angel of God brought food and water for Elijah. The special meal gave him enough strength for Elijah to travel for many, many days without eating. Elijah kept going and going and going until he reached a place the people called the Mountain of God. When he got there, he found a cave. Now, boys and girls, a cave is a place in the ground or in the mountain that is hollow, and it's a place where into which somebody can go in, and it's very dark inside. And sometimes there are trees that grow inside, and it can be also dangerous, but it's sometimes very cool. So Elijah went inside and fell asleep again. He must have been really tired, isn't it? When Elijah woke up, God said to him, "What are you doing here, Elijah?" God listened to everything Elijah said and then told him to meet him on the mountain. So Elijah went. As Elijah stood there, a mighty wind came near the mountain. The stones started to fly everywhere. I'm sure Elijah would have been really scared. Then there was a great earthquake. The ground started to shake, and it must have been really, really scary. You know what? Then there was fire. Elijah still couldn't see God. But you know what? Elijah waited. After the fire, Elijah heard a sound of a gentle whisper, and he knew that was God. God chose to meet Elijah in a quieter way. Elijah covered his face and went out to meet the Lord. Throughout Elijah's life, God took care of him. God was always with him. Did Elijah need to go all the way to the mountain for God to be with him? No, not at all. He didn't have to. God was with him everywhere he went. The mountain didn't need to be Elijah's safe place. It was God who was Elijah's safe place. Yes, that's right, boys and girls. No matter where you go or what you do, God is with you. God always loves you and He is always our safe place. Let me also remind you, boys and girls, the Bible verse for today's lesson. It is taken from the book of Psalms, Psalm number 143 and verse 10. It says, "Teach me to do your will, for you are my God. May your good spirit lead me on level ground." Psalm 143, verse 10. All right, boys and girls, hope you enjoyed the story. And I encourage you to open the Bibles, maybe with help from your mom and dad, read this verse, and maybe even read through the story once again. All right, take care. Bye bye.